She says, send me a picture of yourself frowning and a picture of yourself smiling. And let me see if you need Botox. And so I send her those pictures and immediately she writes back, oh girl, you need Botox. What's up, everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Tug of More.
Guys, we're thrilled that you're here hanging out with us, just having a conversation between two friends.
That's you, that's me.
About where we are, where we want to be. That's the Tug of More.
That's right. And so today we are excited to talk about whatever we're going to talk about.
Wait, you got you got like a Pippi Longstockings vibe going on.
I do, and it's kind of giving me a little pep in my step.
Yeah, she's been skipping around.
Kind of been scared to do it, but then what happened was I've been like last week I only made it to the gym twice. I still like did workouts, but at home, which doesn't feel as whatever. And so this week I'm like I got to get back in my routine, and because the time changed, I don't know, it kicked my butt anyway. And so I was like, I'm going to the gym this morning, but then I needed to wash my hair. This is the thing that girls versus boys.
That's a long explanation.
But I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
But I didn't have time to wash my hair because I decided to go to the gym. I made the sacrificial decision. And so then I was like, well, how do I make my hair still look good? And I think it did. I think I did good. Everybody told me it looked cute. So I'm like, yeah, maybe.
You know what I did to my hair?
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
Same thing I've
been
doing.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Girls versus boys. It's not fair. My husband, on our way to staff lunch today, no, not on our way to staff lunch, at staff lunch, I called him once we got there and said, hey, we went over here right by your airport to lunch. You ought to come meet us. And he's in the gym on the treadmill. And somehow he showed up within 15, 20
Perfectly
minutes. Perfectly dressed, looking nice.
Ready to go back to work.
I could not have done that.
Well,
there's no way. It's not fair. Y'all can do magical things because you have no hair and no makeup. Oh, you have a little hair. You have hair.
Yeah.
But you don't have to fix hair. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's just this. I can be in a tornado and look exactly like this. I
tornado.
had coffee the other day, a coffee meeting with Tyler and Brady.
Yes.
And so we were sitting out at Grounds and Gold, a coffee shop that I go to and work a lot. And there were no tables inside. So I'm like, let's just sit outside. And me and Tyler are like, yeah. Poor Brady's sitting there getting wind whipped. And so I'm like, Brady, are you okay? She's like, yes, I'm fine. But every 15 seconds, she's having to grab this big bundle and like put it on her shoulder like a squirrel. And she's got her hair over here like this.
Capture it.
Yeah, she has to capture it so it's not getting blown in her face.
And
I'm this is not what guys.
This is my Pippi Longstocking hair. If you have more hair design ideas for me to extend my hair washing.
Well, you usually just rock a hat. Whenever Whitney's in a hat, I know that she
ran out of time to get my hair done.
Yeah.
Correct. You're right. I don't know today. I just wanted to not wear a hat.
I've added a new thing to my
regimen.
So do you get advertised those nose breathers?
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the beef tallow.
Oh, no, I can. So I ordered the things for Christmas and I wear them every night. I put these little gummy sticky things.
I really need to do it.
I put these sticky things on my nose and then I have like a magnet thing that sucks my nostrils out. Every night.
And you can breathe better.
And so the problem is that the variety pack that they offer comes with 4 different sizes, and I needed the one bigger because I have a schnoz on me. You know what I'm saying?
You needed one size up that they did not
No, they have. So you get on the
oh.
website and then you order that one.
Oh.
And I put it on there. Dude, it's like the Suez Canal air coming. I don't even know what that is. Coming in my nose.
That's the best.
But what happens is then when I wake up in the morning, I have to really wash hard because like if you put a sticker on your skin,
it's like
you have like
the
sticky residue, and so dude, I'm scrubbing.
Do you have like toning pads?
I don't know what that is.
This is what we need to add to your regimen.
Toning pad.
So like a
use an alcohol
toner.
wipe.
Yeah, it's like that, but it's
not as intense.
Well, it will have skincare in it that will then help with fine lines and wrinkles. Not that you have those, but that we are approaching in our maturity.
I actually have an insecure.
Secure what?
So on Sunday, I've been working to make myself available in the lobby. I want to just be around and talk to people. And so I'm in the lobby, and Stephanie comes up to me, and she introduces me to some people that are her neighbors that have been coming to the church. And so I'm talking to this lady and her husband, and they had invited a couple, so there's 4 of them and stuff, and we're talking. And the wife, she says, yeah, I know your wife. I did a facial for her, or I did something for her. And I was like, oh yeah, that's great. Thank you. How am I looking? And she looks at me like real inspection, like forehead. And she goes, you need to come and see me. And I was like, okay, all right, thank you.
You remember the time I got Botox? I've only got it once in my whole life. And it was a girl in our church. She worked for a dermatologist. And she says, hey, we have extra, I don't know, they have to use it up in a certain amount of time or whatever. So we're going to do a training thing. We can give you free Botox. Dude,
it's about to run out. It's about to
expire, essentially. And She says,
hey, we have some old poison. Come on over. We'll shoot it in for free.
Imagine why I've only done it one time. She says, send me a picture of yourself frowning and a picture of yourself smiling. And let me see if you need Botox. And so I send her those pictures. And immediately she writes back, oh, girl, you need Botox. Come see me at da-da-da time and da-da-da. I only did it one time, though. And then I got kind of freaked out because it's poison. But
I don't know what she does if she lasers you. Does she laser you?
What does that mean?
What does she do? I don't even know what she did for Rachel.
For a facial is more like...
Or is that she rubs me with sea salt?
Yeah, that's a little more like that. That's a good trusted Baba explanation.
Yeah, she wet sands my face is what happens. Correct. All the men are like, yeah.
Exactly. No, that's actually really funny. But you've been using beef tallow, which is why I said it is like we're in the age now where it's very important also for men. If you...
Yeah, but I don't do it every day. Am I supposed to do it every day?
Yes, what?
Oh, yeah. I'm like, you don't wash your hair every day, so I don't beef tallow my face every day.
Those are not the same things, but I understand. What is the thing? If you...
But are you supposed to do it before you go to bed? Because then your pillow gets all beef tallowy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And I probably put too much on.
Guaranteed. How much do you use? I just know
bunch.
You. Like you are.
Yeah, like I use ketchup.
Correct.
Like, dude, put it on
You are
there.
all or nothing. You should probably use like a quarter size at
Yeah,
the
but then my
most.
hands soak it all up.
You just do this.
It's gone. You could go and put a quarter size, any lotion in your purse. You could put a quarter size in my hand, and I could go like this 3 times, and it would be fully soaked in my hands.
It doesn't have to be a lot, but you just gotta.
Who thinks that we should have a?
This is the best day
we
of my
shift
life.
a whole episode, and we bring in like Tiff and you, and then you
skincare.
Yeah,
makeup,
they pluck
hair.
my eyebrows
it'd
and
be
they
amazing.
facialize me.
You did that in college once, right? You let some girls do your eyebrows. What was it?
Oof, this is a bad story.
Oh, sorry.
And it's okay. I had some girls. I was in Bible college, and one of them's looking at me one day, and she's like, "Tristan, you know what? We're gonna do your hair different.
Oh,
I think you should do your hair because my hair. I used to just slick. I'm from Flint. Gel, slick back. I look like I'm in the mafia. Here's a photo. I'm sure I've got one. And so this girl, she says, Tristan, come over to the girls' dorm. We're going to do your hair. So I go over there. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of girls going to run their fingers through my hair. Perfect.
I'm on my way. So I go over there and they do the whole messy thing.
Yeah.
This is like in the Backstreet Boys era.
Yeah, they didn't highlight your tips of your hair, though.
So
No.
And then they're like, you know what you need to do? Go get, what's her name? We're going to wax your eyebrows. I'm like, the devil is a lie. No, you're not. Well, next thing I'm peer pressure. I'm laying down on the floor of this girl's dorm lobby. And I'm telling you, they waxed one of my eyebrows and they ripped off. The amount that was left on the thing was more than your entire current eyebrow. And dude, I'm sweating. I'm turning red. And then I had to let them do the other one. It hurt. It hurt so bad. And I was like, forget all of y'all.
That's so funny. But I could also see like 19, 20-year-old Tristan being like, okay, all these girls are laying here. Don't freak out. Don't scream in front of them. But
the problem is,
please don't make me look crazy.
The problem is that it looked a lot better.
Oh.
So I then went on a 15-year journey of getting my eyebrows waxed. But now I haven't had to in a decade because they were beaten into submission.
That's what happens. That's a real thing.
Yeah. Well, what about the back of my head? I never waxed the back of my head. Where'd all that hair go?
But I used to know you when you would go get them, but now you don't have to.
Before I got married, I can't believe I'm going to tell the story. Maybe I shouldn't do it. Before I got married, I went to a place and I got my whole upper body waxed, and it was the most painful thing I ever did in my whole life. You ever seen the 40-year-old version? It was literally me.
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, I went by myself to some place in Cedar Hill, dude. It was. I can't believe I sat through the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I'm shocked.
I was just so nervous.
Yeah, that's painful.
End day was coming.
I used to go to the mall.
End day, Naked day. Naked day is coming. You're about to get married. Naked day is coming.
Oh my God.
And so I went and dude, it was the most
end day.
End day. It was the most painful thing I ever did in my life.
I used to get the threading on my eyebrows done at the Parks Mall.
That's like Indian vibes.
Yeah, but it hurt like the eyebrow part did not hurt, but then they started doing the girl mustache part. Holy schmackaroonies. That hurt so bad. They would like tell me to like put my tongue wherever they're so like it had tension or whatever. No, it just made me cry. No, I don't like it.
Guys, it's just a conversation between two friends. We're just,
It's true.
We're
I
just
just want to
talking about
help you
stuff.
get the right skincare regimen. I was trying to think of it. There's like a reel or a meme about how like if something in the 90s, if you did something in the 90s, it's time for a skincare routine. Like we are those people. We are kids of the 90s. We were born in the 80s, right? We were teenagers in the 90s.
Did you see my aggressive social media post about why I work out? Oh, yeah. You didn't comment or say anything, so I was like, maybe Whitney thinks it's cringy. Was it cringy, Andrew? Yes. No comment? He's just smiling.
He said, I plead the fifth.
Oh, man. He's like, dude.
What's funny, because that's it. I use all the beef tallow. So you also... I never post. Or you go all the way to a fully edited with music, black and white, intense, aggressive. Let me ask a question.
Okay.
Were you channeling... Oh, shoot. Now I lost the name of the movie. Ice Cube...
Yeah, the 50 Cent movie.
50 Cent takes him in the garage on prom day.
Yeah, 100%.
I knew it. I was like, this is his post about.
Because these little boys start having a crush on Lillian, and I'm about to beat up their dads.
Beat up their dads?
It's not true. I'm not gonna. It's not true. I'm not gonna. But it's funny. I was joking.
No, I know.
But I don't post for 2 months, and then I have
But if you don't know you, that's the part about it that makes me like... I almost commented like, bah, you're ridiculous. But then I was like, I don't want to ruin his vibe of like, be fearful of him.
No, I made it over 3 days. I was like.
Over 3 days?
Yeah, I was
this is what I'm talking about. You're committed to the post.
Yeah, I knew I was going to make that.
Doesn't post for 3 months. Committed to the post for 3 days.
Well, I don't know why. We did the pickle parade.
Yes.
Which was so fun. I didn't make one post.
Let's talk about
it. But then... We yesterday go to a coffee shop with Tyler and Easton and Whitney up in Dallas. They wanted to show me this place. And I walk in the men's bathroom and the urinal situation was so crazy. I took a video and posted it of the urinals, but I didn't post one thing about preaching Zacchaeus, preaching Alabaster Box, or the pickle parade.
That's what...
So I'm saying
That's the win to me.
It is? That I'm the anti-influencer?
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And you know it, that I can't stand it.
Well, the Whitney's going to get on a soapbox. But
no, but I just am like, just be a person.
But I'm too much. Yeah, but yeah.
Do you know why we've been friends and worked together for 10 years? 0%. Because you can preach about Zacchaeus. Oh. 0%.
Well.
No, I'm serious.
I think I'm kind of good at that.
No, correct. You are. And I love you. And like, way to go. And you're amazing.
But that's not but it has
why. 0% to do with why I like you as a person.
Okay.
And so like, all these guys who only ever post, if you go on their social media and all you ever see is their job. What if, I don't know, I just, no, like just be a person.
Right. Yeah.
And they don't be persons.
It's like if you're a realtor.
Yeah.
But you never post your kids.
Right. Say, I want to know about you, dog.
Yeah,
I want to know about your life. I want to know. And then it just looks, because of the thing that we are trying to not be about, like, a person. Instead, our job is about Jesus.
Yeah.
And so like, it's almost to me worse because we're not trying to make it about us. We're trying to make it about Jesus. But then when we only make it about us, because I'm kind of like, when you're a realtor, you're just a realtor, like you're making it about selling houses. That's your job. Yeah. That's your life. That's what it should be. But when your job and your life is about Jesus, then it should be making it about him, not about, and that's why I like what you do, because I'm like, thank God. I'm not saying don't post about Pickle Parade. Post about Pickle Parade.
Yeah.
Post about Zacchaeus. But I would much rather you post about I took my kid to the knife show than I shook 9 hands in the lobby today, and look at my funny quip that I posted about myself while I say hello.
Y'all don't know it, but Whitney is shooting.
I just can't handle it. It's just the most. Someone followed you around for that.
Yes, that's what Gary Vaynerchuk said to do.
Yeah, well, but Gary Vaynerchuk is not representing.
He's not a pastor.
The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So like, it's just.
Did I talk about the knife show yet?
No, we didn't. I don't think. Wasn't it this weekend?
Oh yeah. I took Tice to the knife show. I've been going for 4 years.
We were gonna go to lunch, but then he disappeared to go to a knife show. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah.
Rachel and I are like making plans for lunch
on Sunday.
No, on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
And then she's like, "Sorry," I said, "But I thought Titus said something about wanting to go to a knife show." She's like, "No, he ain't going to a knife show. What are you talking about? Let's do lunch. Let's do lunch." And then she's like, just kidding. They are going to a knife show." And I was like, good. But then we went to lunch later.
I've been taking Titus for 4 years to the knife show. It's just a good father-son connection.
Yes.
You know? And so we go on all the knife. If you've never been to a knife show, you'd be shocked at how many different knife companies there are. And what do you think a like expensive pocket knife should be?
Well,
I mean, you were have in proximity to me.
I was going to say what I would have guessed is about $350.
Yeah. That is a nice production pocket knife.
It's crazy.
But then there are custom made $15,000. And I'm watching guys buy them. So I'm standing there and I'm looking, and there's a dude selling a pocket knife for $15,000. And then some dude's like, box it up. And I'm like, sir, can I give you an invite card to Easter?
we will now take up the offering.
Yeah. And so it was fun. On a bunch of the booths, they have these funny signs. They all say the same thing, but in different kind of jokes. It's basically, if you bleed on it, you bought it.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you pick up a knife, cut yourself, you're buying the knife. Well, so we go to one of the booths, Microtech. It's a high-end knife. And this guy hands Titus.
You said like their basic ones are like $700.
Yeah. So they hand Titus a knife, and it's like an auto. You push a button, and then switchblade knife pops out. And so they hand it to Titus, and Titus goes, "Oh, cool," and immediately stabs himself in the hand and is bleeding. And I look at the guy and say, "I'm not buying it." And the dude ran and got a Band-Aid.
Because you're like, that's your fault,
I'm
brother.
like, I don't even say, Titus, are you okay? I'm like, I'm not giving you $700. Buddy, are you okay? Are you good? I'm going to get you a Band-Aid. He didn't cry at all.
He didn't?
No, he was in man zone.
Yeah.
But if Rachel would have been there,
100.
Dude would have lost his mind.
This is the thing we were talking about the other day, because Mason and Des, have Birdie. She's not even 2 yet. She just turned 1 in November. And Mason was like, when she falls, I'll just be like, yay! Because I'm excited. And Des is like, no, we have to are you okay? And I was like, no, because if you just cheer for them and they don't cry, then they're fine.
Yeah.
They're fine. If they are not fine, they will cry, whether you cheer or whether you
one of the kids would fall and go, that was awesome.
Yes.
And then they're fine.
Like, oh, okay. But then also it's a mom thing. We just want to be comforting. So
I'm also excited. I've got a deal working.
Oh, the
Should
lift?
I talk about my deal? Yeah, we've got a deal. We need a lift around here at More Church. We're renting it.
In more ways than one.
We need a lift. Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
It's true.
But sometimes.
we rent a scissor lift multiple times. Here's your whoosh, a picture. We rent one multiple times a year, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's
like usually
$700.
Yeah, almost $1,000 for
2 weeks or
however many weeks we use.
And so I finally got sick of it today, and I made a post on social media, like where my friend's at, who's got one, and a guy's reached out.
Yes.
And he's got one. He's going to give them to us for free.
Yeah.
But it's a tad dilapidated.
It's a tad used and loved, well
But we've got another guy who commented on my post that his job
is fixing them.
He goes to church.
Yes.
So now I got to connect this guy with this guy. Hopefully they don't just fix it and the dude keeps it. Hopefully he's not going to. And so I'm pumped that we're going to get it for
because
free.
our ceilings are high. We do.
Not high enough, but high.
But yeah, our ceilings are high, our lobby especially, that it's not safe.
It's not ladder zone.
It's not ladder zone safe. And then we do enough photo booths or events. And so especially event time of the year. But do you know how nice it would be to have an idea to paint something on the wall and actually be able to just do it with lift.
So trying to work that thing.
Do some creative things. So that's exciting. It's the power of the ask, power of get it for free, that you always say, that allows us to hopefully get it for a lot less of the cost. That's a good thing.
That's true.
What else? I
got a text from somebody who's on the Tug team about how much the last podcast has influenced them. And I said, you know what? If all you would do is post that on social media, I'd say you'd be Tom around town.
I was looking to see.
But they haven't posted it yet. So
here's looking at you, friend.
You're looking at this right now. I was just texting you and said, I'm about to do it. If you post it, I'm going to send you free hat.
I was looking, but I don't see it. Dang. Come on. We want to give it away.
No Tom around town for you, sucker. But the last episode that we did, so stupid. The last episode we talked about shaking the boat.
Yes, rocking the boat.
Oh, which, by the way, what episode are we on? Because 200's coming.
Whoa,
is it that close?
Something 197? I mean, do you think we could actually add
do a live recording
to our April or May? Probably not.
April is bonkers.
This is 198. That means 2 weeks. No, we can't. It's Easter. It's like how we have, guys, we do this thing where we plan our calendar and it's beautiful and we're like, don't put anything else on. It's going to be great.
Or in October of the year.
In October-ish of the, and then by the time we get to it.
And then I get a bunch of good ideas.
Well, or just life. There's just things that are and they all end up somehow usually in the same 2 to 3 months.
I blame Brady.
That's a good. We blame you, Brady. You know why? Because she is our number one staff fan. So we're gonna just blame her.
She's the only one on staff.
She's the
actually
only one
watching
listening
this.
every time. So
If you haven't watched Brady's podcast,
yeah,
you should watch Brady's
Here it
podcast. It's called
To the Person Who.
To the Person Who.
What'd you almost say?
A person who.
Oh,
I knew it was a who, but I couldn't remember.
To the Person Who. Yeah, it's great.
It's
She
great.
does a
She
great
interviews
job.
people. She interviews the most influential people she knows.
I love you. She hasn't yet to interview Trustin, but she will. We know this.
She's building up her budget.
She's working up to building up her budget.
She's building up her budget to be able to get me on her podcast.
But yeah, Brady listens to all of our podcasts. In fact, though, this is what I want to say. We've had a lot of response about Rocking the Boat. She talked to me about it. This person that texted you. A lot of people talk to us about it because it's something we all we struggle to want to do, but we know we need to do in one place or another in our lives.
What we want is we want life to stay
steady,
chill,
calm.
And what we don't want to do is rock the boat and start a talk.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I talk to you? Is one of the worst things that a person can say to you.
I feel like my job is about 30% of the time me saying, "Hey, can I talk to you?" And people literally look at me like this. And then they're like, "Sure." And they're terrified of what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Just the other day, some good friends of ours, the husband says to the wife, "Hey, Trust wants to talk to us." And she said, "Why? Why? What did we do?" And I'm like, what? What does that mean? I'm the nicest person.
What? I'm the nicest person.
Unless I'm not. Everybody remember.
And your reputation precedes you. I'm just kidding.
Watch the social media video about
They did a documentary about just kidding.
So we talked about how sometimes you have to intentionally rock the boat.
Yes.
And how it's really important. Okay. So we've had a bunch of people reach out, and we were talking about what's the other side of that coin, or what goes along with that idea.
Or what goes with it. Because once you've rocked the boat, we've now opened a can of worms for people.
Yeah.
We've now allowed rocking to occur.
So without getting back into last episode's content, here's the next step. Or maybe the precursor.
Or just part of the toolbox.
You have to learn to apologize.
Yes.
You have to begin to apologize. You have to start saying, "I'm sorry," but not just "I'm sorry." I'm sorry for this. It's like specific. Here's what's going on. And you have to take on as much blame as you can honestly.
Yeah.
There's so many.
I was going to say there's so many pieces.
I don't
You
even know
have
which
to
trail
get
to walk down
comfortable
first.
with apologies. You have to learn to get comfortable, and it's probably both apologizing and forgiving. It's probably both, but
Yeah. Okay. So the apologizing is, if Whitney and I are having a meeting,
yes,
a lunch meeting, and she orders a salad and she says no onions, and they put onions in it. She's going to say to the waitress, "I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There's onions in my thing.
Yes.
I'm really sorry. Would you go?" She'll apologize 38 times.
correct.
That's not the kind of apology we're talking about. Because you don't know that person. That's not at all her fault. She just feels awkward that she's kind of bringing conflict into this person.
Right.
But
Correct. This is something Aaron and I were talking about because he said that. He said to me the other day, we were talking, he was like, "But you've always been like an over apologizer." And I was like, "Have I?" And he was like, "Well, yeah." And he starts listing things like that. Very he's like, "You'll say sorry for things that you shouldn't be sorry for." And because we were kind of in like a deep conversation, I was like, "Okay, well, let me ask you this. But what about things I should be sorry for?" And then he kind of was like, "Yep."
And then he was like, "Oh crap, are we about to get in a fight right now?"
Because in my life, I think there were so many times that rocking the boat, I did not always handle correctly in the way that I rocked the boat.
Or if somebody else tried
to rock it, that I would get so defensive that if I needed to apologize for some fault in the boat rockingness, I would just double down of like, well, you.
Or it.
Yeah, one or the other. That I had a hard time being sorry, actually being sorry for how I made them feel, for what I said, for the way I approached
For
it.
your portion of wrong.
Yeah, because and it goes super deep. I realize now, like, of why that is. Because I have no problem, like, oh, I'm sorry, when it doesn't really cause conflict. And I'm also really good at, like, it's okay to someone else who's sorry, because I just want there to be peace. But when I know that I am not in control of how their response to my sorry is. And so I would rather control not even being sorry so they don't have a reason to, like, reject the relationship and the conversation. It's really deep.
Bro, that's some defaults. I don't even know what to do.
No, I know, but that's what I had to realize about myself. Oh, I'm just so scared that I'm going to say sorry and they're going to say not forgiven, that I am afraid to even say sorry. So, like, what the freak is wrong with me? Humble up, just say sorry, and then let's see, and then just have safety enough to know this relationship is not going anywhere. Your guys are going to get to the other side of it. All of those pieces.
Did you ever have someone say not forgiven? Or maybe it's yeah, you are.
Both.
Like, that's a sad thing to think.
I know.
That you're going to say you're sorry and someone's going to
in my life, there have been lots of places or spaces where sorry was contingent on, okay, then now in this relationship, for it to continue, it must then now go according to the way I say it must go. You're not allowed to just have your feelings hurt. Am I saying this? I'm trying to say it right. But, like, not my husband. This is not my husband. It's before my husband.
But the reason it's hard with Aaron is because it was unsafe somewhere else.
Correct.
Right.
And so it would be, I'm sorry. Okay, well then moving forward, here's how you need to perform. Here's how you need to respond. Here's what you need to do in order for this relationship to go forward the correct, the way that you want it to, the piece that you want to have in it. And so there was always, like, contingencies or something of, what is the right word? Like, yeah. Of the apology. It wasn't enough to just be like, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry. It was like, okay, well, now you must then also jump through these 9 hoops in order to. And so that made it feel unsafe to be sorry. And so in my marriage, it took me a long time to realize, oh, all he wants is for me to admit that I caused him pain or that I did something that I shouldn't have. And then he already forgave me. It's just that, like, me saying sorry opens the humility of the conversation to move forward. I don't know. I'm not doing a very good job explaining.
Sometimes we get into these things that you're saying something that is kind of like your perspective, and I can't attach to it.
Yes.
But then somebody will come up and say, that's the part that they needed.
Yeah. So that was, have realized in the last several years, like, that is why I was cool with saying sorry to people I don't care about.
Little stuff.
Yeah. Or like, or things I know I'm not really even sorry for because it wasn't anything I really did wrong. It doesn't necessarily mean I didn't care about them, but, like, I didn't actually do anything wrong here, but I'll say sorry. Or, oh, no problem to people who hurt me, because I was like, let's just fix it. Let's just fix it.
So we're not talking, when we say you're sorry, and genuinely mean, we're not talking about the little frivolous things, because what we do is we go, oh, I'm good at saying I'm sorry. I say it all the time. My friends tell me to quit saying sorry.
Right.
We're not talking about those, but we're also not talking about the over-exaggeration sorries. Have you ever done the, like, well, I'm sorry that I'm the worst. I'm sorry that you married me. I'm sorry that I can't do anything right. I'm sorry. That's a like protection mechanism of, like,
Extreme absolute.
Extreme, I'm a loser. Yeah, I'm a loser.
You're right.
And you're right. And then the other person is, like, either feels bad that you feel that bad, or is just like, I don't even know how to respond to that.
There's no,
because it's not
humility to the conversation.
Yeah, or there's not an attachment. And so there's, like, a middle ground of I'm sorry that's like,
awareness.
Hey, here's what I did. And, like, I didn't mean to make you feel that way, or, like, I lost my cool, or, dude, you're right, I've been a total bum.
Yeah.
Or I never knew how to do it right, or whatever. You can put a qualifier on it. You're allowed to put a qualifier. But the genuine, like, I really want to be better at this. Not I'm trying. I want to be better. I'm not where I need to be. I'm sorry. Is that middle that we're talking about?
Yeah. I feel like we haven't titled it, but I'm like, I feel like we should title it I Apologize, or like apologize. I apologize.
It's too late to apologize.
Because that's like a funny joke in our house, because my husband grew up very much like didn't know how to handle conflict, didn't know how to like be emotionally like just open and vulnerable, and had to learn. And so in our like home, it's like now a joke. He would always say, I apologize if you feel like, and we would all be like, that's not an apology.
I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings.
Yeah, I'm sorry that what I said, you took that away, you know, all this. And it's like, no, but he would always say, I apologize. And so we like made a rule like, no, you have to say, I'm sorry. I know those are semantics, but sorry is like, what am I sorry about? What am I sorry? I'm remorseful.
If I could get in a DeLorean and go back in time, I would change how I acted.
Because to say sorry is no good if there's not some sort of change that's going to be connected to the actual apology.
That was just really good.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
If I could go back in time,
right,
I would change how I did it.
Right.
That's I'm sorry.
And so now, because I can't, moving forward,
tomorrow,
I'm going to make a change. And so like to just say or
I'm going to remember, or this moment is going to weigh heavy on me, and I'm going to put this in as a priority to be better than this.
Yep. And I think another piece of sorry is like, if you can be sorry before they bring it to you that you have not said sorry, like, is that ever a thing? So like, if I know I've hurt somebody's feelings, if I can say sorry before they have to say like,
oh yeah,
hey,
I got one.
You know, it really hurt me, and you didn't say.
We had something this week Whitney apologized to me for.
Oh yes, that's true.
We don't need to tell the story.
No, yeah.
It's not even a big deal.
No, it was kind of silly almost.
Something silly happened, and she said something that I was like, huh?
Yes.
But it didn't say anything about it because
it was just weird and silly.
But then the next day she said, hey, I said this yesterday. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I heard you say this. And I said, oh, I didn't mean it like that. And here's the detail that I probably didn't say. But you coming and saying, I'm sorry, it took the rock all the way out of my shoe.
Oh, yeah, right.
There was no like, what'd she say that to me for?
Right. But had you had to have like hold on to it for a week,
right,
and then be like,
I had to rock the boat.
Hey, this thing happened, and remember you said this, and then ever since then I've just been like, what is going on? And then I was like, oh yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That probably would not have had the same.
It would still echo.
It would not have the same. Whereas instead I was like, hey, I'm sorry I said that. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know why I said that. I mean, this happened in this part, and yeah, and this pain, and my brain went like this. And what it showed was, in the dynamic of our relationship, that thing that happened was so, what am I trying to say? That thing that happened was so out of character for how we normally interact with each other. I really don't want you to think that that's how if I could go back, I wouldn't say that way. I'm not going to say that again. I don't normally. It said so much in just one sentence. And I think that sometimes we're so afraid that a sorry is going to instead put us in a position of weakness or of
we lost
admission of being a loser.
Or now they have something over me.
Correct. Instead of the diffusion of literally now in 3 weeks, we won't even remember that ever even happened.
No.
And yet our fear is, well, I'm the one who apologized last time. I think in marriage this happens all the time, right? That it's like,
it's always me.
I'm keeping track of, I've apologized more, and especially when it comes to this, especially when it comes to our finances, I'm the one apologizing. Especially when it comes to how we handle the kids, I'm always the one apologizing. Especially when it comes, and it's like we keep track of, and it's like, if we could recognize that sorry is actually like a healing, soothing balm rather than a like admission of failure and weakness and all this grandioseness we put upon it, that it would lose its like the fear of doing it, the fear of.
This last week, today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Last week, Kyle and I are at the gym working out, and a guy who comes and talks to us all the time unsolicited, he's always talking about stupid stuff. And he walks up to us kind of out of nowhere, and he goes, hey man, y'all know so-and-so? And he tells about somebody who goes to the church. He said, yeah, we know some. He said, yeah, he's my friend. He invited me to re-engage. I go, oh, that's awesome, man. He goes, yeah, we need something. Our marriage is not going well. This guy talks super dirty, like jokey stuff. And he says, yeah, you know, I mean, we got to do something. I mean, I cheated like 10 years ago and like she won't get over it. It's like, come on. Like, it's been 10 years. Like get over it. Get over it. I'm going to leave you. If you don't get over it, I'm going to leave you. And I'm like, bro, you just glazed over. I cheated on her 10 years ago. Like, and I'm like, to this guy, I'm like, have you said a real I'm sorry?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
have you just been saying, I said sorry.
I said sorry. What do you want from me?
For the last 10 years. Right.
Instead of like, hey, I'm sorry I didn't value our marriage. Hey, I'm sorry I started flirting with this lady. Hey, like the I'm sorry unpack. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes, oh, that's good too. Mm-hmm. It's not just I'm sorry, like it's this giant blanket of it's all fixed, but unpack, what are you talking about?
Right.
What do you mean?
What are you actually sorry for? I think
like it's not just I'm sorry for losing my temper. It's not just I'm sorry for spending too much money. It's like reverse engineer like what went wrong. And then if I explain to Rachel what I'm sorry for, she knows I got it. Mm-hmm. If she explains to me what she's sorry for, it's not just this giant, fine, I'm sorry. Let's stop talking about it.
Correct.
But if she backtracks and she's like, you know what? I realized that when I said this, it really shifted the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And then I kept going and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. I've had a hard week. That's not an excuse. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Then that unpack, then it's like grace
correct
can flow. But if you're still kind of protecting, and so that's the extreme example of had an affair, get over it.
But it also, I think we're so afraid that the weakness of admission of sorry makes us look stupid and weak, rather than recognizing that it actually makes us look strong. The willingness and the awareness to actually be able to admit what you're sorry for. I'm sorry that I said that. I'm sorry it came out that way. I'm sorry that I lost my cool. I'm sorry that I didn't trust you in that moment. I'm sorry that it allows us to admit so much of like where we were at, which allows the other person to have empathy, understanding, grace. Mm-hmm. And I think we're like afraid, I don't know, that they'll find out that we're just a human. But it's like in our marriage, the more I've been willing to say what I'm actually sorry for. I'm sorry I said that. Used to be the like end of the, because usually it was something I said. Usually. I'm sorry I said that. But now it's more, I'm sorry I was really unkind. I'm sorry that I wasn't patient. I'm sorry that I didn't hear you out. I'm sorry that I jumped the gun. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that I got defensive. But that then shows the posture of where my heart was at, which then allows the empathy of like, oh, you got defensive. Did you feel scared? Did you feel afraid? Did you feel like I was going to judge you? It opens the conversation for so much more when we say more words. Mm-hmm. You hear me say it all the time. Say more words. Say more. That's my whole thing. Like, keep talking, keep telling me. Because I want to understand where, not just, okay, you're sorry. But because I think that's the other part of the apology is like, I want to hear, yes, I want to receive the sorry. I want to give the sorry, whatever. But I want to hear where it's coming from and why and how we even got there in the first place.
But when I understand it, I know you understand it.
Yes.
And then we can
go somewhere from there.
But also, like, the bitterness doesn't keep growing.
Correct.
Like, you uprooted it.
Correct.
If your apology is real and honest and thought through, then you have uprooted the root or the seed of it in me. And if I hold on to it, that's because I'm bitter.
Because I chose it.
I chose offense instead of forgiveness. Because forgiveness is the other side.
Right.
But it's both. Like, there are people in my life, we say that forgiveness takes one, but restoration takes two.
Right.
The inverse is like the apology takes one, but the forgiveness is on the other person. But if you're unwilling to apologize, man, it's a lot harder to forgive. It's a lot harder to forgive because like you're still kind of justifying that ugly seed.
And I think when we talk about resentment, you just brought up is such a great, like, we have to rock the boat because otherwise there's resentment, but we have to apologize. because otherwise there's resentment. Like resentment builds, and it's the most eroding. It's what you see. It's that guy. He's resentful of her.
And she's resentful.
And she's resentful of him. And they're going to get to a place where no longer are they fighting for their marriage. They're just like done. Like, and.
Well, the other person is an enemy.
Yes, right.
Even though they're not.
Right. They're
but it's
seen.
because these stories in your own mind start to develop.
Exactly.
And I'm like, bro, she keeps bringing it up because you haven't healed it.
Yeah. And then I think if it is hard for you to apologize, you've got to ask yourself why. What are you so scared of? Like, for real? Because it could be a toxic relationship. Like, depending on who you're talking to and maybe you're dating someone that is super toxic. And,
Bounce.
And so, like, you just need to end it. You don't need to apologize. You just need to get out of there. But like, what are you so afraid of? Are you defensive? Are you angry at them? Are you holding on to... Like, because there's certain times when it's been hard for me to apologize, and I'm like, why? And I have to get and I told you, like, the deepest one. That's, like, the deepest fear one in me. But there's been other times where it's like, oh, I don't think they deserve it. Or, oh, I don't want to have to hash it out. Oh, I don't want to go through that conversation again. Or, you got to get to the bottom of, like, what am I so afraid of? Or what is stopping me? Is it just my own pride of like not wanting to be wrong? Is it situational? Is it relational? Is it my own self? You've got to figure out, for some of us, why am I holding? Because I know people who have refused to apologize for things they should have apologized for 5 years ago, and they still refuse. And it's like, why? You've got to ask yourself that question, because what is on the other side of that sorry? Like, what healing, what forgiveness, what peace is on the other side of that sorry? Go. What?
Relationships get broken, and sometimes it is 100% the other person's fault.
Right.
Sometimes. But most of the time, there is a percentage divvying up.
Right.
90-10, 50-50. I don't know. Like, whatever you don't, because you ask, what have you not apologized for over 5 years? Like, if that person was 100% a toxic, then like, that's not what we're talking about.
No.
But if you're still in an active relationship with someone, if you have a 5% part to play, then maybe the only way for you to rock the boat is to begin with an apology. The saying of coming to someone with a hat in your hand is this idea of like, I'm going to take off, I'm going to come like bowed a little bit, take my hat off, hat in hand, and like, hey, I'm sorry. Even if it's, and I think we don't, because it's not 100% our fault.
Right.
But that's pride.
Yeah.
Because it might be, let's say me and Rachel have a big blow up. Okay. And she's the one that blows up on me. But I did something in the beginning that I know she has communicated that I shouldn't be doing. Now, she might have been the one that lost it 90%, but I'm the catalyst. And like, it's silly for me to not identify that because I did this 10% catalyst, yes, she shouldn't have reacted how she reacted, but I should apologize for that. Because if she's still seeing red and is going to see red for 3 days, I should have the self-awareness to go like, dude, that was unkind that I did or didn't do or said this thing that I knew was going to be a bigger deal to her.
Well, how do you want the end to go? How do you want the relationship to go? Like, I think that's the other piece is like,
we want everyone to bow to us.
Do we want to actually live in real, true relationships, whether it's marriage, whether it's friendship, whether it's just even just like casual acquaintances. How are you wanting that relationship and that dynamic to work? Because just now as you're talking, I'm like, yes, the reason it was so I said in the beginning, my like super default fears of apology, but the reason it was so easy for me to very easily just like, hey, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. I meant to talk to you about it. I meant to tell you. I almost texted you and I didn't do it. That the other day is because the amount of times that you have apologized to me for things that I'm like, what? I don't even remember that. I don't even.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm not even. It shows. It taught It taught our relationship a long time ago. Hey, we can get through anything if we'll just be real and humble with each other. We can get to the other side of whatever conflict, whatever weird situation, whatever like difficult problem we have to solve, whatever. If we can just be real and humble. And I think the same in marriage, the same in family dynamics, the same in of like, what is your goal for this relationship? Is your goal, like for this dude, is your goal to like end in divorce, or is your goal to like reconcile and be healthy and happy and at the gym together on a random Tuesday morning?
Yeah.
And like, then what?
Well, that's a big question. Keep going.
I think that like, it is such a like, yeah, our pride can want us to hold on to it, but which costs more to us? Which is more valuable to us? Is it the relationship or is it our pride? Like,
what's the end goal?
What's the end? Like, you've got to be willing to actually put that weight in.
Well, for that guy, he probably couldn't articulate what the goal is.
Right.
He just wants
correct.
a Stepford wife.
Right.
She used to be hot. She used to, cook me dinner and have sex with me.
Right.
And like,
right.
not be annoying.
Right.
And I'm like,
tell me my muscles are awesome.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. And like, if you met this guy, this is a pretty accurate impression. But like having a reality check of what your expectation is and a goal. And I think for a lot of people, like as we're leaning, I mean, this is obviously leaning towards a lot of marriage. Our last one was, this one's talking relationship stuff. If you've never had a mind's eye picture of what, like I can close my eyes and see what I want Rachel and I to be.
Right.
In 5 years and in 10, I see what I want us to be in 1,000 ways. I could talk for 100 hours on what I want us to be. But if you don't have that clarity, then you've got to get that. Because if the only thing you can see is it's going to crash and burn, then you don't have anything to fight for or to apologize to. And because I so believe and have believed that we're meant to be healthy together, then I've been able to lead through it. But if you've lost hope that it's ever going to be better, or if you don't have in your mind's eye what it could be.
Yeah, but I'm just like,
then it's hard.
I think with my kids, I've shared a lot about like the journey of like through recognizing like, oh, I'm angry. Oh, I'm defensive. Oh, I'm not. And like, I had to see, what do I want my relationship with my kids to be like when they are 30? That is what I had to recognize. Oh, I should apologize to them rather than go, I'm the mom, I'm in charge, I win. When I jacked it up, I need to sit with them and say, hey guys, I'm really sorry. That's not the mom I want to be. That's not how I want to do life. I did jack this up. I need to admit. And I didn't lose respect and mom credibility. That's when I gained the most. And I think that like I had to look at, what do I want my relationship to be one day when they have their own kids? Do I want to be in a relationship with them? Or do I want them to, because otherwise it's like, well, I'm the mom. I'm in charge of this house. So they should obey the way I do it. And
like, yeah, but
true.
That shouldn't be the only words that
but
you say.
not when I am at fault. Not when I went against the way I
standard,
my own standard of what I want and how I want our dynamic to be. I should say, I'm really sorry about that. I'm sorry about where, and that doesn't make them think less of me. It makes them think more of me, and it makes them want to be around me. And like, as we're talking about it, I'm just like, I have had to picture all of that, all of the relationships in my life. I've had to go, what do I want this to look like in 3 years, 5 years? Okay, so is this thing that I screwed up worthy of me holding on to and being like, I'm still right, even though I was wrong? Or is it better to sit and say, hey, in this, what you said, even if it's 5% that I was wrong and 95% that they were wrong, hey, this 5%, I just want to say I'm sorry. I just want to say, man, I'm sad for how this relationship ended or went or dynamic happened or conversation went or whatever it was. And give my part to that and then see what happens from that. Like the rest is up to them.
So do exactly what Winnie said. Apologize, give your 5%, whatever it is, let 24 hours go by, and then rock the boat.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, I did it wrong. I'm really sorry. Don't rock it right there.
No.
Let that apology sit. Let it simmer. Then when the time's right, a day later, a month later, after you've got a little wins under your belt of doing it different, say, hey, do you remember I told you I was really sorry? Man, I am. I'm really sorry still. I hope that you've seen that I've been working, but can I talk about that for just a second? Can I just rock the boat just a little bit? I'm not attacking you. I'm not mad at you. I love you so much. But dude, I screwed it up. But I think that this is a conversation we need to talk through so we can be better. It's not, we're so good at throwing stones
Right.
that it's like, put the slingshot down and have a talk.
Well, and you said it earlier about, oh shoot, now I lost what I was going to say. What was I going to say? I lost it.
This happens sometimes when you have a lot of words coming out of your mouth.
I can't.
We had a whole staff meeting today, and then we drove all the way to Joe T. Garcia's for lunch, which was incredible.
I don't remember.
So the amount of words we've said is shocking already.
No, you're right. You're right. But I think the other piece, what you're saying.
I was stalling. Did you get it?
It's good. It's good. When you're doing that, then you're establishing a safe environment. I grew up a person who wanted to make peace everywhere all the time. In my home was not always peaceful growing up, so I wanted peace, and I learned the difference like between a peacekeeper and a peacemaker, right?
Yeah.
That I would keep the peace by like literally running around trying to please everyone so that no one would get mad or upset and like God had to like really help me understand, no, he calls us to be peacemakers. Peacemakers requires rocking the boat. It requires shaking some things up. It requires hard conversations. But in that is being a safe place for that conversation to happen. So like if you have apologized, even though it was only partly your fault or whatever, then you have to be a safe place, because just the part I was trying to remember you said earlier of like, if you're just saying sorry to make the conversation stop.
Right. That's manipulation.
That's wrong. The manipulation and the opposite. You should be saying
because
sorry.
the other person knows.
Well, you should be saying sorry to make the conversation continue and like grow and build and move forward.
Guys, that's a bar. You need to write that one down. You need to say I'm sorry so the conversation will continue.
Right.
Keep going.
It's just, I think you're 100% right. Marriage is a great example of it. For Aaron and I in the early years of our marriage, I'm sorry. It was just, I want to stop fighting.
Yeah, let's just back to happy.
Stop.
Back to happy.
Peace, joy, ha, ha, ha. So I would say, but they weren't real apologies. So why my husband thinks, oh, you've always said sorry, because I used to say them only as let's just shut up and stop fighting.
Yeah.
But now it took me to when I decided to actually make them so that they would continue the conversation. That's what took humility, and that's what took digging in and being like more real about my own default, where it came from, where it came from, like where that thought, where that word, where that idea, where that whatever that I did, where that lie, where that hiding, whatever it was, came from. And like, oh man, I'm sorry, that's not what I want. And then we could talk about it. We could talk about how we want whatever it is we see for our future to look like. And I think when that is the goal, then you build the safe place. Then you can survive any conversation. You can say sorry and get on the other side of it, and you'll find you're both sorry together. Like more often, once now that we see sorry as a catalyst for the conversation, then now we're both more sorry all the time, and it actually brings more peace, and we actually forgive each other, and we move forward. And it's just a learned practice that's not always fun to start. But if they'll start doing it, they're going to get to the other side of it. What else?
It's great. Best case scenario is you say, I'm sorry, and then the person forgives.
Yeah.
Sometimes that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So you have to say, I'm sorry, and then you have to rock the boat, and then you have to talk about it, and then you both say you're sorry a whole bunch, and then you grow, and then you forgive.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's worth it. I wouldn't trade. Rachel and I have had a bunch of fights and been through a bunch of counseling and had a bunch of dinners we've ruined because we're trying to talk and it turns into a fight and all the things. But I wouldn't trade that for the trust we now have with each other.
Right.
And that like we're each other's ride or die, safe place.
Yes, that's the
I
piece.
would not trade Rachel for a newer model.
Right.
You can stand any woman in front of me and I wouldn't trade you. Trade her. Because I haven't through battle with her.
Right.
She's crazy. At least Rachel and I understand each other's crazy. She understands Trustin's crazy, and she has learned to navigate it, and I understand her crazy, and I've learned to navigate it. That's why old people say I love her more than I ever have, because
Yes.
they never quit talking.
Right.
And so if you've quit talking, a great way to start is I'm sorry.
It's great. No, it's great. Because as you're saying, I'm like, that's what I'm trying to say. The safest place you can be in is the place where, the conversation kind of never stops. It's always continuing, because we're always going to be people. We're always going to be humans. We're always going to hurt each other's feelings. Like, it's just life. But continuing that builds the safest place, and that's how you get there.
There's a whole other rabbit trail that I want to just bring up, because I know at our church we just did Reengage, and they had a night in marriage talking about lust and sexual temptation. What I just said about I wouldn't pick any other woman over Rachel does not mean that I still don't have lustful thoughts that I battle. This does not mean that I'm just like in every capacity fully always only enamored or drawn to her. I'm saying my heart and my commitment level. And I delineate that because one of the greatest things the enemy uses to break up relationships and marriage is sexual sin. Mm-hmm. And so, like, if sexual sin has entered in, that doesn't mean that you still can't be each other's people that love and trust and work through those things, even though this other sad thing has entered in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense, or did I just cause a bunch of confusion?
No, I think what you're saying, I mean, you brought up that guy in the very beginning. It's like, chances are good the reason why this has been such a rock in their relationship for 10 years, because they never actually addressed it and made it, he was never actually sorry. And it never made it safe to actually build and reconnect. And what?
I got it. I got where I was trying to go.
No, go.
There's a friend of ours who has a podcast with his wife. Oh. And he released a clip where he asked or something, do you think that your wife is the most beautiful woman in the world? And he answered no.
Oh, right.
And we were like shocked that he said no. And he would give no other explanation.
Right.
No, I think there's other women that are more beautiful than my wife. I think the trouble with that is that when you're in a committed relationship, you cannot. I can only view Rachel through all that she is.
Right.
And when I view her through all that she is, there's no other woman.
Well, because
it's not a physical thing. Because I would hear guys hear me say that and call bullcrap on me. Like, yeah, right, Tristan. But the reason I say it is because when you've been through real stuff together and you genuinely know each other and trust each other, I've matured past just the sexual side.
Yeah, I was like, what does the Proverbs 31 thing say? It says, charm is deceptive, beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Like, if you're in a real committed relationship, man or woman, like, outward, that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Like, I have had every iteration of the way that I look over the last 25 years of my marriage, but thank God that was not the part that mattered at all. And like, your marriage, your relationship like that is so much deeper than an outward, do they look like Catherine Zeta-Jones or like whatever.
Entrapment.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just kidding. The laser scene. Just kidding.
But I'm just like, no, that's absurd. And again, it feels like those people are not looking at the whole of what do I want this to, what is the end goal? What do I want this relationship to be? So I'm like, no. But no, it's good. I think it's super good. Try a sorry. I just think that, I'm like, think about, wow.
Try a real sorry.
Like, who is it that you know needs a real sorry? And did you know it can even be like, there's been, because of like the journey that we've been on in our relation, in Aaron and I's relationship lately, because of that journey, there's been things that I have said, hey, I just want to, this thing that happened 5 years ago, I just want to say I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? And I'm like, I know, but like when I'm digging it out and I'm thinking it through,
You didn't deserve that.
Yeah. I never really apologized to you for that. And like,
or I should have done a better job.
I should have done a better job here. I'm really sorry that happened. And
that's great detail we didn't even say, is that sorries are not just for yesterday.
right.
They're for a long time ago or for a big season.
Yeah.
You might have been out of line for a big season. And like, say you're sorry for that.
Right. 100%. And so like in that, it builds grace and empathy because, I mean, we keep bringing back marriage, but I'm like, if you're married, that's like forever. And so like anybody who says, I don't know why people say marriage is hard. Well, then you've been married either 5 minutes or you're lying to yourself because like life is hard. So like if you've been through anything, you're going to build empathy for each other. And so the more you're able to like talk about it and address it, then it builds the intimacy for the next season and whatever's happening there and the empathy you have for each other there. And so I'm like, just what do you need to say sorry for? Do you need to apologize to your kid? Was the last thing you said to your kid not kind and not good? And if it was the last thing you said to him, would you be glad that was it? No, then just call him. And that's what also is. It doesn't have to be this big, can I have a meeting with you? Can I whatever? It can just simply be like, hey, I just want to say I'm sorry about something. It doesn't have to be.
Speaking to people you need to apologize to, the people I was talking about that should have posted on social media,
Yeah.
town around town,
Yeah.
they texted me, you know what they said? We're not hat people. We're waiting for a t-shirt.
That's what she said?
No, he.
He.
Of course.
Of course he did.
Of course, he. I'm not a hat guy.
Okay, fine.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to take one and give it to him.
A hat? And make him wear it.
When we're somewhere together.
Somewhere together. Oh, I love
Guys,
it.
we love y'all. It's the reason we do this.
Yes.
We're not getting million views or getting big sponsors. We do it genuinely because we love you guys. We take an hour of our day to sit down and just process heavy stuff because we want you guys to step into the more that God has. And sometimes it's a tug. Sometimes it's hard. And the stuff that we're talking about here is challenging sometimes. And the other thing that we hope that if you don't know how to say you're sorry, I have a great idea. Sit the person down and watch this episode together. And then like when it ends, just look at them
each other
and go, I'm sorry.
We've never done that for each other in any of our like relational anythings, watched a video together and then started conversations. And we're still sorry sometimes about those things.
She's pointing all 10 fingers. She's pointing at me.
No, we've both done it.
You have? You've initiated a video where we sit down and watch it?
I mean, maybe not fully and completely, but I've sent like video reels and like, what'd you think about that?
Yeah. But Whitney, mine are like rocking the boat like this. Like,
mine are more like, did you see it? Did you notice?
All right, guys, we're 2 weeks away from Easter.
Yes. Hope you invite somebody.
I hope you invite somebody. Be there.
Hope you come.
Or be square.
Yep. Love y'all.
Love you guys. See ya.